Hey everybody, Todd Adderall Outdoors again. We'll talk to you something serious today. We'll talk about tree stands, harnesses, hunter safety systems, those kind of things, because at the end of the day, I want you to go home. Other than my YouTube life, in my real life, I'm a safety director. So when I talk about being safe, it's actually the honest truth. The folks that I work with, that's my job, is to make sure they use the right tools, to make sure they do what they're supposed to wear their harnesses if they're anytime up on a bucket truck, anytime on scaffolding. I want to make sure they're safe. So folks, I want to do the same for y'all, and I'm going to give you some good tips today. Number one, let's start off talking about your harness, okay? I use a hunter safety system. Alright? First thing you want to do is you want to start inspecting it, and I'm going to walk over this way. Alright, check on your stitching. Make sure your stitches in good shape. Make sure you don't have any tears. Make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. Alright, check your buckles. Make sure that those buckles are like they should be. Okay, make sure you don't have any little broke off ears. Make sure they're not cracked. Make sure when you snap them together, and I'll do it here when I put it on, make sure everything works like it's supposed to. The other thing I want you to look at is your lanyard. I've got my lanyard hung on the back where I can always find it. Right there, that's a leg. Well, maybe I don't. That's what I want to find. Alright, there it is. Just take it, make sure that on that lanyard, make sure that D-ring's what it's supposed to be, okay? Make sure this turns up. Make sure it turns down. Yeah, my chickens is getting in under everything. They hear Daddy talking, they come in to eat. But make sure it comes down. Make sure that locks. Make sure you got a good solid lock. Make sure that spring's not broke. Folks, this is what's going to save your life right here. So make sure that that can be tied off, okay? Roll it up. Folks, when you get up in that tree, lock that thing. Worst thing in the world, you get up in the tree and you don't lock it and you bump it. That thing pop off, down you come. When you put your lanyard on, get her turned around here. That's why I always try to leave my lanyard on the bottom so I can figure out where it's at. Alright. There's my legs. There it is. At the top, there's my lanyard. Now, take it, fellas, it's real easy. I'm going to back up. Just put it on like a suit. Put it over your arms, just like that. Get everything to fit right behind you. Okay. Now here's your legs. This thing's turned inside out. That's what you want to do. Take it, turn it back around. Y'all try doing this at 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning when it's dark. Okay? Listen to it click. Make sure it's steady. Now I'm going to pull down for a minute. Hold on. Alright, now on your legs. Okay? Come around. Check that buckle. Make sure that buckle's good and tight. Tighten it up if you need to. Alright? Same with the other one. Round. Check them buckles. Worst thing in the world will be up a tree. That jerk or snap. Next thing you know, it's like horse grabbing one leg and horse grabbing the other and going that way. Not too good. But that's what you want to make sure of, folks. Make sure everything's in there. Now look, if you fall and that thing grabs you, make sure ain't nothing under there. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, just showing you. Like I said, make sure your lanyard's good. Right there, comes up, fastens, and you're hooked in. Alright, the other thing I want you to be sure of, let me lock that back on my hook so I can find it next time. I got my thermocell smoking here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. God knows it's hot. But I got Skeeters eating me alive. Now, the other thing is your towel felt. On your towel felt that goes around the tree that you hook onto, I'll show you something. You see that thing missing anything? I'm missing my pull stick. What it is this thing threads through here and locks it, but the only way you can unlock it is to pull that back and break it. I've got to put another one of those on there, okay? So if you miss anything, make sure you do it. Folks, if you run a lifeline, I don't have my lifeline with me. It's somewhere between here and the other house in the move. But if you got a lifeline, be sure that you use it. Because if you don't, folks, God, you know, Lord have mercy on your soul, because you need to have that lifeline. Alright, I'm going to show you something else right quick. Now this is my other tree stand. You got either a climber or you got a lock on. Now lock on, fellas, work the same way. You got to make sure everything works right. This right here is what I see go wrong most of the time. That little fella right there is the only thing between you and the ground. You hear what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. Because if this thing pops, while this thing's wrapped around there and this thing starts to fall, that thing's going to bend out and you're going to get dumped. And, you know, every year you hear it on the news, you read it in the newspaper, some hunter got injured or died when they fell out of a tree stand. Fellas, you just need to look at your stuff. Make sure that's starting to get a little bit of rust on it. Is it broke? Is it bent? Are my bolts rusty? Are they in good shape? Make sure my buckles work. Squirrels love to eat on these things, fellas. Make sure you ain't got no squirrel marks on them. If you leave your stands up all year, even more reason. Check that stand, give it a good visual before you even go up the tree. Because once you get up there and something breaks, nothing left for you but slow ride and sad songs, and I ain't wanting that. Okay? So just heads up on that, fellas. Check your equipment. Check your ladders. Okay? Other thing, on these tree stands right here, take care of your equipment. On the other thing, on these tree stands right here, you need to watch out for a couple. I got my thermocell going. Skeeters eat me alive. This is why you need to check everything. Right there. See what happened? Squirrels done eat this thing. They've eat this. I'm going to show you a close-up in a minute. But this is what happens. They eat stuff. So FYI, that happened in one weekend. Squirrel went in there and got in there and made him a nest. And I come back to the tree the next time, and he wasn't happy to see me. Not at all. Not at all. But fellas, check everything. I'm going to move the camera on up so I can go over some more stuff with you. If you see any rusty places, that's the first thing I need you to look at. Let me get on up here where I can see. Alright, bear with me. Let me zoom in on something. Yeah, y'all see that? Let me get the focus a little better. Hold with me. Yeah, see that right there? That is a split, fellas, all day long. If you look on the other side, it's starting to get rusty. See it? Hadn't split yet. But once you start breaking that coating, fellas, you got to be careful. That thing will split. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it back to a buddy of mine, and I'm going to let him sand it for me. I'll take a piece of or a wire brush to it, and I'll clean all that off and let him take a look at it. But fellas, just check these things, because they will rust and they will split. Alright, the other thing, I got chickens fighting in the background. Alright, y'all, that's enough. You hear me? Now, y'all ain't want to have nothing to do with me all day, and now all of a sudden y'all want to be on camera. Good Lord. Like a bunch of youngins, I don't care what nobody says. Alright, I'm going to back up just a little bit. This here self-filming's kind of for birds. Move over here a little bit. There we go, a little bit more level. Yeah. Fellas, I'm going to tell you something. If you ain't never raised chickens when you were young, y'all need to raise some chickens. Because them fellas right there, I have laughed. My youngin has laughed. She's counted them 100 times. She'll go around 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So right there's 3. I got 4. I got another around here somewhere. I got to go find here shortly. Because the good Lord don't let nothing happen to it. Alright. Get back up on the stand there. Alright, now. Fellas, the other things you need to check. Alright. Check your seats. Flip it over so I can see. There you are. Check your seat stuff. Make sure it's in there. Worst thing is sit down and it break. Again, you can see where they've ate that. They've just literally ate that. So be careful of that right there. They'll eat stuff. Folks, I ain't had a hummingbird all year. I've got hummingbirds, bluebirds, and everything else flying around my face. But that's what you want to check. Another thing you want to check. That rope. Right there. And I'll show you. You see that dust? That rope needs to be replaced now. It's done rotten. So that'll be replaced here shortly. Backpack carrying straps. I don't use them, but look here. how nasty that is. They need to be cut off or they need to be replaced. I don't use them that much. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever used them. I pull in on the four-wheeler and just throw them off. So that's just what I do, and I'll leave it in. Fellas, if you don't have nothing on here to help you steady foot and put you some strips on there, you can get it any kind of stuff as far as strips to give you good traction. That's what you want to do, is get you some good traction. That's the main thing, fellas. Let me ease the thing up just a little bit here. That self-filming's kind of tough on you. Alright. Now, the other thing you want to check is your cables here. Right here. Right here. I'll do this one. Let me move my thermocell. Okay. I refill my thermocells. I use permethrin that I get at the store. That thing's a smoking. I'm going to tell you why. I use 100% permethrin when I refill them. I just pour it in there, I let the pad soak, and I put it in that thing. If you do that, do not put it in a blind with you. Take it from experience. 100% permethrin on a pad will make you sick. Now, it'll keep the skeeters away, but it ain't healthy. I'm telling you right now, it is not healthy. Cut it back about a quarter, okay? 3/4. Use about a quarter. 1 part permethrin, 4 parts water. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bad way. But now, just out in the open, that right there, Skeeters is gone, fellas. Now, it'll work out in the open, but you don't want 100% anywhere else. My wife, they love my wife probably as much as I do. They will eat her alive. So, this is what I do for her. Now, she can come out here and sit on the back porch. I can crank this thing up just a few minutes beforehand, and they'll be all over me. I can crank this thing up, runs them off. They won't even bother her then. And most of the time, they love her. My young'un love them to death. That right there, 100% works good. Just don't get too close to it. Matter of fact, that's taking the breath from all the other side. Smell it. Now, I don't know if a deer can smell it. 100% he can smell it because I can smell it. So you're going to use it. 4 parts water, 1 part permethrin to deer hunt. I don't know if they can smell or not, but I have good luck with that. Now, fellas, on these little fellas right here, check your cables. Make sure them cables is in good shape. If they're not that high, they need to be replaced. Just pull it down, push it, and you pull the cable out. Spider. Anyway, that's how hold on a minute. Die, Heaver. Alright. I don't do spiders, y'all. We've had that conversation. Golly. Note yourself, check out for hunt season. There's a big web in the oven. I ain't pulling it. But just make sure when you lock it in, fellas, if you hunt in the dark, make sure these things are locked in. Cut your light on for a second. Push it in. Pull it down. Lock it. Make sure she's locked. Yeah, it's going to make a little racket. Better that than you hollering and screaming when you hit the ground. That'll scare deer too. I know. Just be aware of that. That's what you want to check, fellas. Check those. Check all your cables. Check all your harnesses, your buckles. Check the seat, make sure it ain't rotted out, squirrels ain't eat it. Check that rope, fellas. Worst thing in the world, be up a tree and your foot part fall off. Sad when that happens. Alright, so that's kind of where we at, everybody. Just keep eye on them, check everything. You got a split, fix it. Fix it, take it somebody that knows what they're doing. I got one of the best welders in the world. He's an engineer, and he can tell me if that's worth it or not. If not, I'll get you another stand. But I'm going to check some of the other places. But fellas, just keep eye on your stands. Make sure that they're safe. Keep on that, wire that harness. Ain't no deer in the world worth a man dying over. Wire that harness. I wire mine religiously. I got a little girl to come home to. I got a pretty wife to come home to. That's what I want to do. But fellas, always remember, somebody loves you. Nothing else, the Lord loves you. You're going to get to meet him one day. But don't meet him because you're not wearing your harness or not checking your gear or checking your tree stands. You don't want to meet him because of that. You want to meet him on when he's ready for you, not when just cause you done something stupid. So that's what I got for him. All right, everybody, Outerhold Outdoors again. Folks, it's July 4th, July weekend, and it's hot. And I'm sitting here in overalls and a harness, and I'm ready to go take me a cold shower. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.